So, as a former U.S. Marine that has served for 6 years in the Corps, I've learned from experience how to effectively be productive. But the problem that I once faced is that people expected me to be this sort of super disciplined kind of guy because I was a Marine. But the truth is, I found myself slipping back into old habits, especially when I left the Corps. I isolated myself, played video games, and doom scrolled nonstop each and every day whenever I found the time. And I had a lot of time. And I just gave into instant gratification, cheap dopamine. So I didn't know how to actually be productive on the civilian side. But when I realized the methods that I have learned throughout the Marine Corps and being able to apply it in my own life as a now solopreneur and business owner, I can now effectively be productive throughout each day, every day, consistently. So, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I stay productive in three simple steps. And before I get started with the steps, if you are someone who spends hours of their day wasting hours on their phone, specifically doom scrolling on social media, then I have a free 7-day challenge in my free school community called Mental Momentum, proven to save you at least a few hours of your day on your phone so you can reclaim your time from what matters. If you want to start taking control today of your time, then join Mental Momentum. Feel free to join. I would love to have you there. But anyway, back into the video. So, the steps that I took to get this military productivity, even in my business, is to one, define the mission. So, in the Marines, or even in the Army, the Air Force, any military branch, there's always a mission in place, and every action that we need to take supports this mission. So, I had to apply the same mindset that I have for my business. So, I had to pick one clear, meaningful goal or a mission and pursue it relentlessly. So, if there is any particular action that I'm taking right now that is not pertaining to the goal or the mission that I want to achieve, then those actions aren't necessary. And we need to pick one path to get there because there really is a million different paths that you could take that reaches a certain destination. But if you don't choose one particular path that is going to get you to that mission success, you will end up choosing many paths that lead to nowhere. Think of the shiny object syndrome that we face as entrepreneurs or business owners, even people in general. They love novelty, they love trying to get into like new things, but in reality, if you try to divert yourself too often for things that you think is going to reach your goal, if you try to divert yourself from the path that you're already taking, you end up looping back from the beginning and trying to take another path, but you're going to not ultimately reach your goal in the first place. There are a million different paths, but only one path is going to get you to that mission success. So define a mission, a goal, a path, and stick with that for as long as possible. So another thing is to create an itinerary. So in the Marine Corps, our days were broken down hour by hour. So whenever we would go to a field operation, we'd break it down. So we would get an itinerary from leadership, um, things that we needed to get done throughout the day to be able to accomplish the mission success. So, for example, it would be like 04 o'clock or 4 a.m. We'd be in formation for accountability. So we'd spend about 30 minutes to an hour doing that. Then 05 to 06, we'd have the entire platoon or the battalion do weapons draw. So we need to get our serialized gear ready and accounted for so that we can have our weapons ready for the field op. Next would be vehicle checks for me. So for more context, I was a motor transport operator in an artillery unit. So my task for me was to do vehicle checks, maintenance. I was driving the vehicles. I was doing all that pertaining to the Humvees, the 7 tons, things of that nature. So for me, it was about doing the vehicle checks, um, making sure they're in they're in convoy order. So we need to take them out from the lot, and then establish the convoy order from the commanding officer in the front to the safety vehicle in the back. So we needed to make sure all these tasks were taking place so that we can make it safely to our destination for our field op. So what you need to do for yourself and your business is to try to uh, you can mirror the structure in the civilian life by scheduling your day and assigning your time to these high priority tasks that are going to get you closer to your goals. So you need to start prioritizing more of the right things and eliminating anything else that doesn't directly contribute to the problems that you need to solve for your business. So, what this is ultimately going to do for you is going to eliminate the vast majority of the decision fatigue that you face on a daily basis, and so that you could spend your energy more on what matters. So, if you're trying to go about your day and you don't have an itinerary or structure or a proper routine in place, then you're going to make a million decisions and not end up getting to the goal you want. This is the problem that I see for a lot of business owners and solopreneurs. They try to guess their way into, say, getting their first clients, or guessing their way into uh, building an audience, or things of that nature. You can't guess around these things. It provides you need to have a good strategy in place, a good itinerary, and a schedule that you can stick with consistently so that you can reliably achieve those goals. And what I do, to a practical example, is that I actually use pen and paper. I actually use a journal right now, uh, day by day, to write down the time and the tasks that I want to achieve, to be able to get things accomplished. And while it's not perfect, sometimes I have things that come up, but it's always nice to have that good structure in place so that I know what I need to focus on during that period of time and then move on. Um, so for me, like, there's one day in particular. So from 06 to 08, I do my run. So I like achieve my I want to achieve my fitness goals like early on in the day, so I can take care of my business tasks. So I go for a run, do my hygiene, and do my studying from 06 to 08. And then, say, from 08 to 10 o'clock, I make a I write a post for social media, or in my case, school. I do like to use the school community a lot. And then I do follow ups within the DMs and the comments. So I try to follow up with people during that time. 10 to 11, breakfast, do my hygiene at this, do additional hygiene. After breakfast, I brush my teeth, whatever. 11 to 12 o'clock, engage with my customers and members, and for other people that I want to connect with. And it's basically breaking things down into simple tasks that is going to achieve my goal. And my particular goal is to get my first few clients. So any actions that I need to take that is going to get my first client or my first few clients is the thing that I need to focus a lot of my efforts on. So wherever you are at in your business, create an itinerary and a structure that is going to highlight the activities that you need to uh, do that is going to get that certain outcome. So another thing that I like to do is to change my environment. And in the Marine Corps, we've had to adapt to many environments. Um, but the thing about humans is that we are capable of adapting to the environment we put ourselves in. But what you choose to surround yourself with does matter. So, like I said, in the Marine Corps, we need to learn to adapt to harsh environments like desert, tundra, rainforest. Whatever we're doing to operate in, we need to adapt to that environment so that we can operate to the best of our ability. So we acclimate ourselves into a certain environment. Uh, how this applies to business or doing work, even if you're working from home, is that you want to create an environment that adapts to your needs to run your business the right way. So, for example, if you are trying to operate your business at your home and you have your TV next, right in front of you, or you have your phone right next to you, this environment is not going to be beneficial to your goals to achieve good productivity for your business or for your working life, because you have these distractions in place in your environment that is going to take away from doing the things that are necessary. So, if you're at home, for example, it's best to design your workspace in a way that's going to be productive for things that you want to get done, such as removing the phone, clearing any clutter, uh, and set up any tools like digital tools or anything so work becomes inevitable. So for me, I have an office space for me. Um, I have this environment specifically designed for work. So I'm not here to play video games right now. I'm not here to doom scroll. I'm not here to watch TV or Netflix or anything like that. This environment is designed to get me to do more of the work that's required. So another thing I like to do is sometimes change my environment, because um, like if I don't want to be working in the office, maybe there's uh, I actually did this yesterday where I worked in my dining room table. Just brought a laptop just to change things up, and that good change in environment was able to help me focus a little bit more on the things I want to get done. So the way you could do this yourself is if you, for example, if you are working in your bedroom, sometimes like when I used to live with my mom, I had uh, I had a computer that was in my bedroom at my mom's house, and unfortunately, this I was not able to focus more on my goals for my business, because I was such in a distracting environment, because I was playing video games, I was doom scrolling, I was like watching TV, things of that nature. Um, and the reason why I created that environment that had so many triggers and environmental cues that just pulled me into distraction, I was not able to be productive. So it's very important to actually have your environment in place so that you can focus more on the the productive goals that you have. So the outcomes that I had throughout throughout following these steps was that I was able to stop wasting hours on meaningless distractions, and I now work longer with sharper focus, knowing every task connects to the bigger mission. And it's not really about doing more. Actually, it's about doing the right things. You probably heard of the less is more concept, and it's true. You want to be able to do less things that are not can do that's not productive towards your mission, your goals, but focusing on the right things that is going to get you there the fastest. And with a mission, an itinerary, and a disciplined environment, I feel a lot more aligned, purposeful, and unstoppable. And this is what I want to help more people achieve. So I do currently have 5 spots open to work with me one on one to eliminate wasted screen time and boost performance in your business. So if you're a solopreneur that's serious about achieving this goal for yourself, there's a link to apply in the description. First come, first serve. And the conclusion, the lessons that we've learned here is to choose one clear, meaningful goal to pursue relentlessly. Create a structured itinerary that gives you a set of tasks that do lead to mission success, and to put yourself in an environment that makes the work inevitable. You can adapt to your environment, you just need to create that environment that is going to make that productive work inevitable. So, hope you got some gold nuggets out of this. Have a good one. I'll catch you later.